Have you ever looked around and felt like you're watching the world from behind glass? Like everyone else is dancing to a rhythm you can't quite hear? If you've ever questioned things that others accept without a second thought, you're not alone, and you're not broken. Our world isn't designed for deep thinkers. It never was. Throughout history, those who saw too much, who thought too deeply, weren't celebrated. They were often labeled difficult, strange, or even dangerous. Not because they were wrong, but because they refused to look away. You see, deep thinking doesn't just observe the world, it dissects it. And that makes people uncomfortable. There's a reason for this. When you stand beside someone who's physically strong, you might feel inspired. When someone is wealthy, you might feel ambitious. But when someone questions the very foundations of your reality, it can feel like a personal attack, even if they say nothing at all. This is what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. When someone else's clarity threatens our comfort, our brains don't lean in. They push back. Deep thinkers become mirrors. Not the flattering kind, but the honest kind. The ones that show the cracks we'd rather ignore. And most people? They'd rather smash the mirror than face their reflection. This creates a kind of quiet exile. Not physical isolation, but existential isolation. You might be in a room full of people and still feel like you're on another planet. But here's the paradox. The more awake you are, the more alone you may feel. Because while most people crave certainty, deep thinkers live in questions. And questions don't always make good conversation starters. Why am I here? What is consciousness? Is there meaning or just motion? These aren't questions that trend on TikTok. They don't make great party talk. But they are the questions that shape civilizations. So if you feel like an outsider, take heart. You're not behind. You're ahead. In a world addicted to noise, your silence is power. In a culture obsessed with answers, your questions are sacred. You don't need to belong to the crowd. You need to belong to the truth. And truth rarely travels in groups.